point from the form. So it's called point slope form. And remember, we took the opposite when we plugged it in, right?
Yes.
When we plugged our point in, we did the opposite. So when you get your point, you'll do the same thing. You take the opposite. So you do your x first. What's the opposite of positive 2?
Negative 2.
All right. And then what's the opposite of negative 1?
1.
So your point is negative 2, 1.
That's easy.
Yep. It's the first thing you do. All you do is get your point.
Where did that come from?
The point came from here. So you take the opposite of here because you do your x first. So you do the number that's by your x. So you take the opposite of positive 2, and that's negative 2. So that's your x value. Then you take the opposite of negative 1. That's positive 1. That's your y value. That's all you do. Step 2, get your slope. So what is our slope?
2.
2. It's the number in front of parentheses, always. Who thinks they can tell me what we're going to do from there?
Graph the point first.
Plot the point first. All right, give your table a point on your number line. Circle a point. So you go negative 2, up 1, put a dot. Who thinks they can tell me what to do next? All right.
Go down 2, right 1. Up 2, left 1. Up 2, right 1.
Which one is it?
Rise, then run. Okay, so.
Why don't you let someone else answer? It's your table.
I got it.
Okay.
Up 2, right 1.
Are you sure?
Left 1.
Wait, his table. Let him try. Tell me what your final answer is. Nope, by yourself. You didn't want their help. By yourself. What's your final answer?
Up 2, left 1, and then down 2, right 1.
All right, Tyreek, what do you think it is?
2, right 1.
Why is it up 2, right 1?
Because the other thing is always the 1. If it's like,
But why did you go to the right?
because of how.
Because it's a positive. Give your team a point. So it's up 2, right 1. Up 2, right 1. That's all you do. John, do you see why we go to the right?
Yeah, I kind of thought that.
But you didn't say that.
John, you said every possible answer.
And I just needed your final
I
answer.
thought she was smarter than me.
Are you going to let him talk to you like that?
Girls run the world. You tell them.
She's really smart.
So all you have to do is get the point, then plot your slope. So let's look at our homework problems. Super fast, super fast.
Technically, I wasn't wrong.
Technically you
I
were.
said everything.
But that's not how it works, Tater. Your final answer was wrong. All right, so for number 1, who thinks that they can tell me what the point is for number 1? You have to tell me the point and the slope to get your point for this. All right, y'all trying again?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me, Durmstrang. What's your point?
Positive 1
What you say?
Keep going.
and negative 3.
And what's your slope?
That's 4.
Fantastic. Do we agree or disagree?
Agree.
All right. How would we graph that?
Plot your point.
Slytherin, what is it? Y'all are Team Slytherin. Tell me what you just said.
Plot the point.
Plot the point. So how would I plot 1, negative 3? Tell me how to get there.
You go to the right one.
And then?
Down 3.
And then what do I do?
Then you rise 4 into the right one.
Fantastic. Give your table a point.
You get a point?
Yeah, y'all got a point for yours. So circle plus 1 on yours. Can anybody explain the point system to Mazzaro?
Whoever gets the most points wins. Unless we're playing golf, then if whoever gets the lowest points. I'm pretty sure we're playing non-golf, so if you get the most points, you win.
We're playing Hogwarts. We're playing math.
Yeah, so most points win.
Yes. And you get weekly points. So the total number of points at the end of the week is 25. You want to get 25 points for your table. If you don't get 25, then you don't get all of your points.
I'm pretty sure we're not playing golf.
Pretty, this shit.
All right. Who thinks they can tell me what the point is for number 3? Braden?
-3 and +5.
And what's the slope?
-4. -4.
Oh, no point.
Divided by 3.
Yes, -4/3. There we go. All right, give your team a point. Who thinks they can graph it? All right, try again.
Okay. So you're gonna go to left 3,
And then,
and then you're gonna go up 5.
awesome.
Awesome.
And then what do I do from there?
You're gonna go to the left 3, 4. Down 4, and to the right 3,
And then,
and then down 4 to the right 3.
fantastic. Give your team a point. Pardon?
You just repeated it?
Yes. Tariq, I didn't mean for you to repeat it. All right. Hufflepuff, y'all think you can tell me what the point is for number 2?
What are box bats?
Bow batten. Durmstrang. All right, Mitchell. Number 2, down here.
Okay. -4,
Okay.
and then 1. No, negative.
Oh boy.
-4, -1.
That's what I'm talking about. And what's your slope?
Uh,
Don't you say over. You are not a cow. Bless you.
divided by 2.
3 divided by 2. Good job, team. You can ask your team for help, unless you're like John and then say you don't want their help, but then really need their help.
But I got it wrong.
Okay. All right, who thinks they can help us plot this? Bo Battens, can you plot this?
Sean does.
Okay.
Sean does.
Okay, your table. Did y'all give yourself a point?
I have.
Give yourself a point.
No, Sean called it.
Go ahead. No, we can't.
We're on number 2.
You go to the left 4,
Okay.
and down 1,
All right, and what do you do from there?
up 3, right 2.
Give your team a point.
Wait, if you get this wrong, I'll kill you.
That's not.
Sean! Oh my gosh! All right, who thinks they can get the last one? All right, Braden. Hey, wait, you did yours this morning for homework, so that's not.
That's
cheating.
matter.
All right, Tyreek.
That does not matter. You did not ask.
Tell me what the point is.
+2,
Okay?
-6,
Fantastic. And what's my slope?
3.
Awesome. Okay, so to plot that, who thinks they can tell me how to plot it? All right, Slytherin.
You go to the right, and you go down 6. Then you go up 3 to the right 1.
Up 3, right 1. Up 3, right 1. Fantastic. Y'all get a point.
We should have got That's
What box baton?
All right, so graphing with point slope form is fairly easy. You just plot the point and use your slope. It's basically the same thing as slope intercept form, but you don't have to look for your y-intercept. So what we're going to do for the next 10 minutes only, zombies. And then whatever you don't finish is homework. But you're trying to beat me, so whichever team beats me in graphing zombies gets like 3 points. So
Can I make blocks do it first?
you have to kill, but I'm still doing it the exact same way you are, so it doesn't matter if I'm the teacher. I've taught you how to do it. Now you know how to do it.
That's like LeBron challenging me to shoot off.
I am okay with being compared to LeBron. Let's handle that. I'm fine with that.
Having a one-handed catch competition with Odell Beckham.
Okay, so I'm Odell Beckham.
You're the Odell Beckham of that.
That's like knowing how to throw a punch and then going and fighting Batman.
Alright, so what you're going to do is you got to graph your zombies and you got to kill them. Now, this is how we're going to do it. It's the total by the table. It's the total by the table. So as a table, if you kill all 12 and I only kill 5, then you get the points for the day. Otherwise, I get the points. So it's the total by the table. All right, so when you are finished cutting, you're going to, yes. So you're going to cut the blue so that it's one chunk, okay? And you're going to have these things still at the top. So cut it out so that it doesn't have any extra blue on the sides. You're going to do the same thing with the graph. Yes. Yes. And you do know that I'm explaining what you're asking as you're sitting there. Okay. So once you get everything cut out, you're going to attach your yellow at the top, and then the blue is going to go underneath it. So yellow's at the top, blue's underneath, and this is page 31. Now, with the blue paper, put the graph underneath the parallel and perpendicular. Okay, so you're going to put the graphs underneath, and they're going to line up at the bottom. Then you're going to fold the flappies over at the top so that it hooks and make a foldable.
Yay.
The little top part with the strip right there, you fold that over the graph. And then staple it. So I have my graphs behind here. See my graphs are back there? I'm going to take this and fold it. Be brave. You can do this. Have faith in yourself that you can fold paper. Achieve great things.
No, she's way too sarcastic to be.
And then attach it to your paper. Now, can anybody, while we're cutting and thinking and, relaxing together, can anybody think of where they see parallel, and then you're going to cut to make flappies, where do you see parallel lines in the real world?
Train tracks.
Awesome. What's another example? Roads, the highway, the floor, a ladder. Awesome. What else? Paper. What else?
Come on.
Skis. Mazir said steering wheel.
Okay, so do parallel lines ever touch?
No.
No. So do perpendicular lines touch?
Yes.
Caitlin, I'm not done. Wait a second. No. Yeah, number one is. No, we're not done. Grab it off my desk. Now, if I draw parallel lines, they look like this, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And hopefully those never touch, but y'all know how long my drawing is. Yes, and then attach it. Yep, and then fold it over. So if parallel lines never touch, what do they have in common?
They can never touch.
Oh, what do they have in common?
They share the same slope.
Perfect.
They share the same slope.
They have the same slope. Fantastic. They have the same slope, but what is different about them?
They can't. Oh, one of them can't touch and one of them can't.
No. If they have the same slope, what has to be different about them?
Their points.
What part? What point?
The Y.
It's a specific thing.
Their slope. Their zero.
If they have the same slope and they have the same y-intercept, they're the same line. What if they have different y-intercepts? Would they be two different lines?
Yeah.
So then they would be parallel. So parallel lines must have the same slope. Now tonight, when you're working, I put this white piece of paper on your desk. And I lost my extra that I just had in my hand. It's right here. So, you are going to write an equation in slope-intercept form of the line that passes through 2, -2, and is parallel to this one. Parallel means they have what in common?
Slope.
Same slope. So what is your slope of this? -1. So what would the slope of the other line be?
-1.
And you could also write it in point slope form if you wanted to. So you need to finish killing your zombies and then answer number 1. Now tomorrow we're going to talk more in detail about parallel and perpendicular. We have a lot to do tomorrow. So as soon as you walk in, be ready to go. We have a lot to do, and I really want to do the super fun speed dating activity. Okay?
Dating.
Yes.
I ain't speeding, nobody been in her.
So make sure that everything is attached. Don't lose your stuff.
Single and
Stay seated.
I call the teacher.
What?